friend, my name is Sumit Bhandari. On behalf of healthinsuranceahi.com, I welcome you all. Today our topic is why insurance companies are into huge losses like Star Health. Look, uh, recently there has been a news in last a day or two that one of the leading insurance company in India, that is Star Health Insurance, it is going into underwriting losses. I've been telling for last around 10 years that this is about to happen. Thing is that though health insurance is a sunrise industry, but the problem lies is when a company is running or the by management or board or like whoever are the decision maker, maybe it's shareholder, it vary from company to company. There are three choices which an insurance company can make. We can, as a company, I can focus on making huge profit, so there are ways to make huge profit. I can give lot of commission to my agents, they can sell my policies, and I can tweak my underwriting, right? I can make such an adjustment in the way I'm running a business, which like Star Health has done, where companies like the people who are buying policy, my dealers, my insurance agents, they can easily sell it. Other way is I can be aloof about this industry. Like there have been many companies in last 15 years, like after 7 or 8 years they suddenly wake up and start doing promotions, or their management thinks of, okay, let us focus on health insurance, it is a sunrise industry. They will focus on the business for 3 years, then for another 3 4 years they will get out of the business. It is not that they are not selling it, but they don't have focus. So over a period of time, they tend to have a lot of losses in health insurance business. There is a third set of company that is very intelligent way. There are certain company which have been doing it, that is going for a sustainable profit. Instead of taking 10,000 crore of business, they are focused on running business up to say 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore, 3,000 crore, or even 5,000 crore, keeping running business in a correct manner, sticking to the basics and following all kind of best practices, so at the end of the day the business is not at risk, the company has a sustainable growth. There are many companies, primarily they are from general insurance companies, they have been sticking to it, and they have been like doing great on a consistent basis. Now, why? Let us take an example of Star Health. Why this company is getting into losses? They have done a business of more than 15,000 crore to 2,000 to 20,000 crore rupees. I mean, it's a huge business. Practically, on a year-to-year basis, they have been a growth of around 9.58% in sales in last year. I'm talking about financial year 2024 to 25. So, company who is growing, normally if a company is into losses, technically it happens due to sudden shocks, sudden underwriting losses, or the sales growth is down. But why this thing is happening, that company is getting into a lot of losses? I'll share a very fundamental principle. When a company is running a business, whether it's health insurance, vehicle insurance, or any kind of business, there is a way. Once I'm like, as a consumer, say somebody approaches me, I'm the insurance company, somebody approaches me that I want to get my policy done, say it is a health insurance or say a vehicle insurance. So the guy who is coming to me, the duty of my company is like, if I have to sustain, if I have to maintain a healthy um, portfolio, if I have to maintain sustainable growth, then there is a basics of health insurance or any kind of business. It is running there for last hundred of years. I have to underwrite the policy. That means me as a company, my underwriting team. Third, my operation team. Fourth, the guy who is selling the policy, my insurance agent, or my online selling team, or my insurance corporate agent. There's so many people who are selling my policy. All of these people, which is a kind of management hierarchy, starting from agent up to the company, they should be very clear about that. At the end of the day, the loyalty for the agent, it lies toward the company, so that over a period of next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, this company survives, it's sustained. loyalty doesn't mean that you as an agent you have to focus about think about the benefit of the company. The only thing where loyalty has to be that as a insurance agent, the guy who's selling the policy is the brand ambassador of the company. The way you're talking to people, the kind of information as an advisor, as an agent you're giving to your consumer, it should give her that impression, so you're part of the company. And in the business, in case we have to sustain the business, everybody has to follow the basics of insurance industry, that is known as underwriting process. What is underwriting? A guy has come to me. Now he's around 55 years old, and he and his wife is looking for a health insurance of say 25 lakh rupees. Now this guy has little bit of diabetes. He's declaring that I am only diabetic. So what as an insurance company I have to do? If it is a perfect scenario, what I'll say, okay sir, I don't know if the diabetes is there for I mean if I say 10 years you're taking this medication, and before there it could be there could be a scenario that this guy's diabetes were hidden. I mean he was not aware of this diabetes. So in 2025, if I have to give policy to this guy, there is a simple concept of underwriting. I have to audit this guy. I have to define and understand the risk. Look, what insurance company is doing, it is taking some money from the insurance guy. I'm the guy insured, and you're giving a promise that at the time of a claim, I'll give you lakhs of rupees. That is it. This is the health insurance. Company is taking the risk by taking some premium, and the risk is that sum assured. Now, if I don't underwrite, that means I'm just accepting anybody who's coming into my portfolio as a risk. So the right way is I'll ask the gentleman to fill up a proposal form. Now I've trained my insurance agent to sit with this guy to do follow three best practices. First of all, sit with this guy and do an audit how healthy that guy and his wife is. So that is known as initial underwriting. So as an insurance agent, a guy is supposed to underwrite the risk. Secondly, once this guy is meeting, my insurance agent is meeting this guy, he's supposed to tell him each and everything with 100% transparency that you're buying this policy. I have these six products in my kitty. I can offer you as per your requirement. As per my understanding as an expert, I can tell you, okay, this product is very suitable to you, and I'll give you logic why this policy is suitable for you. And third thing is, I'll ask this gentleman to go through the policy terms and condition and brochure for at least a week, because the guy who's buying the policy, he's the end user. If he doesn't understand how health insurance works, what are the pro and cons of the policy, there are many things which insurance company brag about that will give you these and these in future. That part is written in the policy brochure. It is a propaganda or advertisement material. Now, there are many things which are not covered in health insurance. Everybody is aware of, but what are those things? Those things are written in, very small characters in that 40 pages of that insurance policy terms and condition. So insurance agent has a duty in a very simple manner. He should tell all about the exclusion, what are the main things. He should spend an hour or two to explain those terms and condition to the guy, that these are the things which definitely will not be covered, and there could be a chances of litigation, repudiation, or claim rejection in these certain cases, right? And once this training has been done of the guy, then this guy is supposed to fill up a proposal form with the help, with the guidance of my insurance agent. This form will be submitted to me as an insurance company, and my operation guy will go through it. And if there is some every company has a rejection criteria which insurance agent is aware of, and operation guys are definitely aware of. So if he insurance this operation guy or the back office guy who is a clerk, so this guy, if he sees there is some problem in the policy on the proposal form, he will upfront reject, sir, we cannot give you the policy. In a case the insurance agent is new in the system, he is not fully aware, then operation guy will simply refuse, sir, we cannot give you policy. Okay, he feels like everything's fine, then he will process that proposal and take the premium from the insured the proposal. Then this information is given to the underwriter. So underwriter will now take up a decision. Okay, now let me see whether to give this policy to this guy or not. What used to happen 10 years back it was a common thing in insurance industry that any person whose age was more than 45 or 46 years old, you know, as an underwriter or as a company or operation guy, everybody was clear about this thing. Sir, once you're coming to our company, you have to go for a pre-insurance audit or a pre-insurance health checkup, which will be conducted by in a confidential manner at a particular lab by insurance company. You have to go there, your medical test will be done. On the basis of those medical test reports, insurance company have many guys or doctors, like they will see if there are some problems, and then on that basis the insurance underwriter will decide whether to give him a policy or not, if policy is given, with what conditions, and if there the risk is on a higher side, he can put up certain conditions, and he can at the same moment to to have that concept of sustainable business. That time the insurance underwriter can put up a loading also. Okay, sir, you have diabetes, you have BP, you have asthma, you have these and these health issues, so we will give you policy, but you have to pay 10, 20, 30% extra. So this was the way. This was the right practice in which business was sustainable. Almost every insurance company was profit 10 years ago. You know, there is a concept. One is underwriting loss, other is operating loss. I will not get into it, but most of the insurance company practically they were in profit because if you do the policy in a correct manner, what is the correct manner? Correct manner is a win-win situation. What is win-win situation? Somebody is giving me money. Let me audit. Let me ask him for a medical checkup. If everything is fine, so that even after medical checkup is done, the probability of claim rejection is minimal in industry. It is even less than 1%. So what is happening in last many years, specifically after 2016, Star Health came up with this concept that anybody who is taking a policy from Star Health at the age of 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, whatever is your age, will give you a policy without a medical checkup. So this company started off with that concept, and it is just like bad karma. So the company, if you see the uh, graph or the growth for last and 10, 20, 30 years in insurance sector, in last 10 years Star Health has increased like anything. They had an early advantage. Their products were normally inferior, but practically when Mr. Jagannathan was the CMD, the things were very good. But after Anand has come up, I feel like maybe it was due to this. Mr. Jhunjhunwala came into the picture. He invested a lot of money. I believe like somehow, but as a observer, I feel like insurance as an insurance company, though it is been doing great in terms of sales, but not following the basics of health insurance. This is the actual reason this company is getting into losses. It has become very notorious in last some time. People, there have been so many complaints. IID is full of these complaints. IID is doing an inquiry. Why? Because what happened? Let us assume a insurance agent or any guy who's selling the policy, he's just a sales guy. He's just selling it. The primary responsibility of uh, underwriting the business, to maintain in a to run the business in a sustainable manner, the primary responsibility doesn't lie with insurance agent or insured. It lies with insurance company's management. So I have a big surprise. I mean, for me, it is a big shock. How come a big insurance company who was a pioneer as the first standalone health insurance company in India? What kind of technology have you developed that you have started giving policy to anybody without medical checkup? Right? And a person whose age is 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, that guy is not aware. He's not a medical expert. Your insurance agent is not a medical expert. So if you don't audit that guy, if you don't underwrite that risk by having a pre-insurance medical checkup, that means lot of crap will come up, because there is no bar. It is just like anybody can cross the border and come to India, and after some time he can say I'm an Indian citizen. It's similar to that. So there has to be a barrier, and this is not something which is rocket science. The basics of health insurance business or any kind of business, it will always remain same. It is not the duty of insurance the guy who's taking the policy to tell these things to the insurance companies. Which is, if you take yourself as an health insurance expert, which you know clearly promote by spending thousands of crores of rupees on advertisement commissions in last 10 years. I mean, writing was clearly on the wall. For me, it is not a surprise at all. I've been telling this for last around 7 8 years. I mean, the way this company has been running a business, I mean, just, I mean, as a principle, for me, it was always a shock. How can an insurance company give a policy to a 60-year-old guy without medical checkup? I mean, how can you underrate the risk? That means you're not following the basics of the company. And unfortunately, what has happened, all other insurance company has also followed the same thing in last 6 years, taking the name of COVID, and because they were losing business to Star Health, and suddenly in the name of due to this business pressure, they have also started following it. So what is the biggest problem which is happening? I don't give a damn if a company like Star Health or any company is into losses. We don't have any professional relation with them. I mean, companies, I mean, how the company run, it is their company, let them run. My concern is the biggest problem has happened is in the name of no pre-insurance medical checkup, there have been a lot of claim rejection which is happening because the guy who's selling the policy, if it is not well trained, or if there are some integrity issue, is not, if he's not complying with the process, or if the guy who's buying the policy, if he is doing some hanky panky, I mean, at the end of the day, all those guys are getting policies, right? So there are certain basics of the policies. I mean, there are certain terms and conditions of the policy. Similarly, there is a way to run the business. So if insurance company don't follow these things, like all other companies, like these days, Niva Bupa, SDFC, ICICI, I mean, except all Sarkari companies, or I mean, all private sector, most of the companies, they don't have health checkup at all. Very few companies are asking for a health checkup at the age of 50, 45 or so, you know. So, and these companies are into huge profits. Continuously, they are in profits. A company which is following pre-insurance medical, they are in profit, definitely, because they are not focusing on doing thousands of crores of business. They are happy with the doing hundreds and crores of business, maintaining healthy growth, because at the end of the day, it is about having a profitable business instead of being the number one in the company. But unfortunately, what has happened due to this thing, people who are buying policy, the claim rejection has increased a lot due to medical inflation. The amount of claim rejection, the quantity of claim rejection, last year it was around 15,000 crore rupees. 15,000 crore rupees is a huge amount. If the ticket size of a single claim is say 1 lakh rupees, you just imagine how many lakh people, I mean, crores of people, their claims have been rejected. So, I mean, just we have to understand what is happening. If as an insurance, if IIT doesn't wake up, it doesn't like insist. If you are allowing insurance company to sell anything with your permission, then it is your duty as a IID to insist that anybody who's taking a policy, if his age is more than 45 or say 50, I mean, you should ask for a medical checkup. Privatization doesn't mean that you just give a free hand just in the name of, because all these companies, what is happening, all these companies are going, I mean, they are enlisting in stock exchange. So they are, if they don't do policy business in a incorrect manner, so their share is going to, so claim rejection has increased, industry is getting bad name, right? And we are not sure about in future how many claims will be rejected. And as a company, Star Health, if their share was listed around 950 or so, today it is less than 400. So 60-70% loss has already happened. So who are those people? These are Indian citizens, right? So my suggestion is, like, as a IAD, because they know how to do how to regulate the business, they should immediately insist any person who's buying a policy, if his age is more than 46 or 50, they should go for a health checkup. Compulsory, it should be there. I mean, it is a win-win situation for industry, IIDA, insurance ombudsman, insurance company, insurance agent, and the guy who's buying a product. Because look, in case we don't focus on basics of the business, things gonna be very, very bad. Because what insurance companies are doing every now and then, every year or once a 1.5 year, they have been increasing the premium. That is the worst problem, worst case scenario right now, because all over world is going toward recession. And at the same time, insurance company, if they are not well managed or well regulated, we are gonna be in big trouble, right? So in our next video, we'll talk about something else related to industry. And I request you, if you like the concept or like whatever we are saying, so kindly like the video, share it with your fellow friends, and you can post it on social media also. At the same time, kindly subscribe to our channel. We have already done more than 200 videos on our health insurance Sahi Hai Hindi channel. If somebody feel like, they can join that channel also, right? Thank you very much for watching this video. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.